Hey everyone, and welcome to Anime Ranker channel. There are so many anime where the protagonist hides his power and pretends to be weak in order to not draw attention from his enemies. This allows them to plan ahead and come up with a better strategy in order to win, or simply live a life out of trouble. So, with so many anime where MC is OP but acts weak, we have just selected the best 12 TV shows that you should watch if you're looking for a good anime series to watch. Starting off the list of the best anime where MC is OP but acts weak with Seikoku no Dragonar, which takes place at Dragonar Academy, where students learn to ride dragons easily except for Ash Blake, who has a reputation of a #1 problem child. Ash is the laughingstock at school. Despite his star-shaped mark that everyone knows he's destined for greatness, he has nothing to show for it, because his dragon has never appeared. Later, Ash had never imagined that one fateful day, his dragon would be in the form of a beautiful girl. And this new dragon is with attitude, especially when she informs him that she is the master, and he is the servant. Hence, Ash has just started having problems with his girl-like dragon. Juuou Mujin no Fafnir is also one of the best anime that has an MC who is overpowered but pretends to be weak. The story follows the protagonist Yu, who along with his classmates is fighting against dragons that come around periodically to rampage around the world. Humans and dragons are linked by some sort of marks on their bodies, which give them powers. The school students use their powers to fight against the monsters. These students do this while incorporating a little bit of backstory for some characters, which keeps the anime interesting. Next up, here is a good anime where MC is OP but acts weak. It's visually stunning, gripping, and has its story carefully told without being too hard on the audience. Alderamin on the Sky is an impressive anime in all aspects and is a joy to watch. It's all about war, politics, and how the genius MC Kekkai forms his legend using his prodigy military strategy skills. Kekkai struggles to survive in a world ravaged by war. His exciting and dramatic life up to this point is about to be relished in this anime with a fascinating tale of fantastical warfare. Horizon in the Middle of Nowhere is one of the best anime with a main character who is overpowered but pretends to be weak. Awesome action, great music, slapstick, easy to understand humor, and a good story are also part of what makes this anime so good. The students of the Ariadust Academy need to pull out all the stops in order to find allies during a reenactment of the 1588 AD Spanish Armada invasion of England. While the class must simultaneously defend the resurrected heir to the Mikawa throne against world superpowers who are now their enemies. Tales of the Abyss is such an amazing anime. It has very easy to understand humor and great action, and it's also an anime with a good story. The story follows the main character Luke, who was locked away in his manor after being kidnapped and losing memories as a child. One day, while honing his sword skills, Luke clashes with a woman who tries to assassinate his master. During the battle with the woman, Luke and Tiara suddenly got teleported to a distant land. Furthermore, their journey quickly escalates into a quest that will either free the world from Score's control or destroy it entirely. The art style in Tears to Tiara is pretty good, and the clever way that the names of Welsh, Christian, Roman, Greek, British, Latin, and other cultural names are used to produce symbols for the characters is so great. Without forgetting that the fight scenes were nice and bloody, and the way the series showcases the anime MC who pretends to be weak but is actually so overpowered. The story follows the rise of the Divine Empire into their lands. The ancient kingdom was very afraid. However, they tried to revive Demon King Iran, and although it didn't work out, He came back armed with some mysterious powers. That's just how the epic story begins. If you're looking for an anime where MC is OP but acts weak and helps people, Death March is a perfect choice. The story follows the main character Sato, a computer programmer who was supposed to be taking a nap but suddenly found himself inside his own game, where he was granted incredible powers. Now, as a high-leveled adventurer armed with a plethora of skills and no way to return to the real world, Sato sets out to explore this magical new world where life is an adventure that's full of girls. This anime is like a regular harem, but it has the little added feature of being great. It's a good break from the sweeter, more dramatic anime series, with an overpowered main character surrounded by beautiful female characters. It's worth watching for some fun. The story in question. It's about a guy with magic that is way beyond anyone else's. The only problem is he can only utilize its power a few times. So when they heard this, most of the female students decided to make him their lover, for the sole reason of getting his genes. Not only are guys in his school jealous, but now women are also attracted to him. He has to deal with the double-edged sword of everyone wanting a piece of him. This story opens in an old New York City that was destroyed by a portal opening to another world, which did even have the good grace to have a giant squid monster. In this city, humans coexist with all manner of strange otherworldly beings. You'll find a shadow organization called Libra dedicated to keeping the peace here. The main character Leo, through an odd coincidence, is given a position at Libra because of his mysterious all-seeing eyes. They are strong enough that he doesn't even have to open his eyelids. This is a good anime where the main character, MC, is obviously powerful but pretends to be weak, following his epic adventures within the Libra organization as they try to avoid all kinds of possible threats. Yuji Kazami is the anime male protagonist who is overpowered but pretends to be weak. He joins a private school, where there are only 5 other students, all girls. Most of the story after the intro consists of the girls' backstory and how Yuji interacts with them. The dark color palette fits the dark side of the story and the character design is pretty good. Some people may feel that Grisaia no Kajitsu's focus isn't on a given story, but on the characters. Grisaia no Kajitsu is an anime series that can be both good and bad depending on how you see it. Plunderer is a popular anime where the MC is clearly stronger than all the other characters, but he pretends to be weak so he can live a peaceful life. In a world where everyone wears the Alcia system has a count on their body, a number that either goes up or down depending on the person's behavior. Hina's mother lost hers, and she is thrown into the abyss. But her mother's last words send Hina on a quest to find the legendary Ace. Plunderer is an anime about Hina and others as they discover the truth about the world, the abyss, and the legendary aces. Mahouka Koukou no Rettousei is a popular anime that has a cold and badass MC that seems like he's uncatchable. He pretends to be weak so he can live in peace and leaves it up to others to take care of the occurring problems. In first high school is where it all began for the 2 siblings, Tatsuya and Miyuki, who found themselves on different courses. Upon taking the exam, Miyuki was classified in first course while Tatsuya was further divided into second course. Though Tatsuya has poor practical test scores and he's a weed, he has impressive technical knowledge, and physical combat capabilities, as well as unique magic techniques. This makes him an irregular in a magical high school. With that, we have come up to the end of this video about the best anime series where the MC is an OP but acts weak. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. See you at the next one.